All right, hello everybody. I'm your SGA president for this year. I'd like to introduce you to my team. We got Serena Worth. She is our services vice president, so she deals with things on campus like parking and dining. My academic vice president is Carrie Mattingly. She works with faculty to help make changes to things like the plus-minus system and as well as other gen ed curriculum. And then my executive vice president is Austin Schwenker, and he helps with new academic buildings on campus as well as administering the SGA Senate. SGA stands for Student Government Association. So our main job is to work with university officials to advocate for student needs. In the past, SGA has done a lot of things for students. For example, before SGA, the library wasn't open for 24 hours until students really advocated for that, so now we can be in the library for 24 hours to study. Also, a lot of the new dining facilities on campus, like the Ville Grill and McAllister's, were part of SGA initiatives. One thing that we've been working on is trying to get new outlets in the library, so now that we all have, in the past, it's been really hard for everyone to plug in their laptops and things. So really our main job is to take what you all want to see on campus and to help that actually happen. So we're here today just to try to introduce ourselves and let you know that if there's anything on campus that you have a problem with or something that you would like to see on campus, to come to us and let us know what that might be. So we're going to take questions from you all, and we're open to anything. Thank you.
Money is something that falls under my duties, and so Cardinal Town on the Meal Plan is something that I really talked about during the campaign as something that I really wanted to work towards. So I've been having a couple meetings with some people in the university administration and should hopefully have an update in the next couple of weeks on getting Cardinal Town on the Meal Plan. I'm not sure really what the status is right now, but again, in the next couple of weeks we'll know if it's going to be possible for the future, and obviously I'll then begin immediate work on that, or if we can't end up doing it, I'll know exactly why and be able to talk to students about that as well. So, great question. Thank you. Okay. Parking is the question, and kind of about what's going on with parking, especially with the development of the new recreational facility, which we're really, really excited about. That was another student-led initiative, and so we're really excited to see that, construction being started on that. And so obviously that means that a lot of parking has been displaced. And so what the university has done is the Province Bridge is at the back of the current lot right behind Cares. If you live in any, I think it's yellow B, not this parking, but the other yellow, you're going to be able to park still on Greek Row and around in between Center and Community Park. That's still going to be open. And then the lot in between Cares and Betty, as well as the lot behind Betty. And then they've just made a new parking lot that's right over of the Province Bridge. So if you're worried about security, the university police will have people staffed in both security posts on either side of the bridge. And then there's plenty of parking for everyone. Yes, unfortunately, you are going to have to walk a little bit further, but again, there's going to be increased security, so you should feel completely safe even if you're walking at night. And again, that's kind of one of the prices that we're going to have to pay for a really, really awesome new recreational facility. So in the future, they're going to go ahead and keep developing property over there so that we get some more parking lots. And within the university's 2020 plan, there's expected to be a parking garage on that side of campus. So for now, it's a little bit longer of a walk, but just kind of think to the future and an awesome new recreational center there. So does that answer your question, whoever it was? Yeah. Okay, someone just asked about what we're going to currently do with the Student Activity Center and where the recreational space is. A lot of us have been sitting in on the SAC East. It's kind of like a redevelopment committee, and we're working on that right now and really taking you guys' thoughts and opinions into consideration. Right now, it's expected to be kind of like a big meeting space. We have so many recognized student organizations on campus that need that larger meeting space or conferences to be held, and big events that need a lot of space for a lot of people. So it's going to be a really great social area where you're going to be able to hang out, study, lots of outlets, and then again, these big meeting rooms that can also be divided into smaller meeting rooms. So just in general, it's going to be a really utilized space where we can get more outreach into the community. If you wanted to bring speakers in or have a great concert, dance marathon, I'd love to see it be in the new space. And so it's just going to be a really high functioning space for meetings and things like that.
Okay, so the question was, what is the difference between Cardinal Cash and Flex Points? Flex Points are part of your meal plan, so they can only be used at the facilities that are owned by Sodexo. So that's in the SAC, McAllister's, and then in some of the, Davidson, there's a little to-go station where you can use those. And then Cardinal Cash is money that you put on your student card that you can use on campus as well at all of those locations. But then there's sponsored organizations off campus, like Home Run Burger, and then a lot of the Cardinal Town takes Cardinal Cash, but it is cash that you do put on your card. And it can also be used for copies in the library.
Okay, I was just asked a really great question about the status of the plus-minus grading system and SGA's efforts to change it. And the answer is a little bit vague because in my meetings with the provost, I'm going to start a little bit of a different approach this year. In the past, SGA has been advocating for a 4.3 for the A+, and in speaking with the provost, her suggestion to me was to contact individual faculty members, starting out with the department heads of every academic department on campus, and asking the professors what their preference is, if they would like to get rid of the plus-minus system altogether, or if they'd be in favor of keeping the plus-minus system but not tying it to a grade point average. So you could still get an A+ or an A-, but it would be a 4.0 across the board, and same thing with B+ and B- would be a 3.0. So I'm going to be working really hard with my assistant to get all of those emails sent out and basically sending out a survey and see how many faculty members we get to complete it and get that information back to my office so that I know where to go from there.
Okay, the question was, how is SGA helping student organizations financially? Recently, President Ramsey has given us an additional money to help fund things like Student Activities Board and also to give money towards organizations. So what SGA does is it's called Central Programming Committee, and this allocates funds to student organizations for their events and for their projects. So that account will be getting an increase. And so if you're a part of an organization and you're doing an event on campus or you're doing a philanthropy event, you need to apply through that account and we can actually award you money for it.
I was just asking about the bike voucher program that our sustainability department is now promoting. Actually, we also have a great sustainability coordinator, Evan, if you want to stand up. He's in the green polo. So SG has really put a focus on sustainability in this coming year. So something that's also really new is this bike voucher program. So essentially what it is you sign an agreement that you are not going to purchase a parking permit for the next 2 years. Unfortunately, if you're a senior, you can't do it. It has to be 2 years. And then they'll be awarding these bike vouchers. It's $400 to a local bike shop, where then you can go get your bike, go get your helmet, go get your lock, so that you can then be sustainable and bike to campus instead of riding. So that's really great. And there's also a lot being done on campus to kind of really be warming and have open arms to bikers. There's some more bike racks you're going to see. We also have bike service stations, so if you've got a flat tire, if you need to tighten a bolt on your bike, you're going to be able to do that on campus now too. So you can access that through the sustainability website though, and there's also some links through UofLSGA.org, so it's a really cool opportunity.
Hey, also, we do understand that you may not, a lot of you are freshmen, so you may not have questions right now, especially since you're so new to campus. One thing, we welcome you to campus, and we hope that you find something that SGA can help you all with. But what we have, our new website should be coming up here soon. And through that website, you can submit any questions, comments, that type of thing. And so with that, you can, if you ever see something on campus that needs to be changed or you think needs to be changed, just go to our website. Everything's up there, and you can go through that. So, and also, if you have any questions for them that you want to ask individually, they do have. They will be around for quite a while now. So, and also, they have business cards if you ever need to get in touch with them. So.
Also, just as a note, our offices are located on the 3rd floor of the Student Activities Center, so feel free to stop by at any time. We also just had a question about how can freshmen get involved with SGA, and so I'm going to turn it over to Trey Taylor, and he's one of the coordinators for our Task Force Freshman Program.
Thank you. As Serena just said, I am one of the coordinators of the Task Force Freshman Program this year with Justin Ramel, wherever he is. And we've really worked hard to revamp the Task Force Freshman Program. We're really trying to make it have a structure and get you some of the top 4 and the other SGA staff. So if you're interested in working in the different departments, athletic, judicial, everything under the umbrella of SGA, I definitely encourage you to get involved. And we have the iPads. We've been walking around trying to get you all signed up. So if you're interested, come find me or Justin or any of the other staff members or top 4 in SGA, and we'll definitely direct you towards that.
Thanks, Trey.
if you're a first-year arts and sciences student, you actually have your own representative body in the form of the Freshman Arts and Sciences Council, and elections will be held for the executive positions on that council within the next few weeks, so be checking your email.
What about the freshmen who are looking for other ways to get involved besides SGA? Where do they find this?
The question was, what are other ways you can get involved besides Student Government Association? Liz Heyman, the SAB coordinator, is actually over here at the table, and that's Student Activities Board. So the concerts that was put on last night and all those other events, SAB is the one who puts those on, and you can speak to Elizabeth about that. But other than that, we just launched a program called WorkSync in the spring. All recognized student organizations student organizations are listed on OrgSync. So if you just log on, you can create an account and then search all of the organizations that are in good standing, and the executive board of all of those organizations' contact information is listed there, so you can email them and see when their meeting times are and how you can get involved with their organization.
There's also going to be an RSO fair, which is Recognized Student Organization, actually right here in this area on the first Tuesday, Wednesday of school next week from about 11:30 until 1. So it's going to be similar to what you saw at orientation if you're an incoming freshman. So a lot of booths set up, just finding out what you're interested in, you're able to sign up. So that's also a really cool opportunity to check out some organizations.